James chapter 1, verse 15 says, "Desire, when it is conceived, gives birth to sin. And sin, when it's fully grown, brings forth death." We're going to ask ourselves three fundamental questions and examine the progression of sin if we allow it to get a foothold in our life. Number one, what are the small compromises that you are currently making that could develop into bigger issues of sin if it's left unchecked? I'm getting ready to go on a road trip, and oftentimes I tend to overlook the tiny little details, checking to see when was the last time the oil change was done, checking to see if I have certain tiny tools like a patch kit for my tire, maybe a first aid kit, because when something goes wrong, those are the things we're going to lose. Those are the things we're going to miss. Are we making tiny little mistakes because we're overlooking those hairline cracks where the enemy is getting a foothold in our lives? Number two, at what stage in the progression of sin, which is desire, action, habit, and character, in what stage do you typically recognize your need for intervention? We don't wake up one day and turn into an adulterer. We don't wake up one day and turn into a murderer or a thief or even a liar. These are things that slowly begin to progress. It starts with a desire, it turns into an action, it forms into a habit, and then it leaves you with character. Character is really where identity comes from. And one of the greatest attacks on you and me is your identity. It is who God says you are and who God has created you to be. In what progression do you typically find yourself having to intervene to confront sin? This is important because if we realize that we wait too long before we can intervene, we know that we are letting Satan come into our lives and speak to our identity. Catch it before it's too late. Number three, in what area of your life have you seen the full progression from desire to destruction, from desire to destructive consequences play out in your life? I want to encourage you. Although you and I can find several areas in our life where Satan has played havoc, it doesn't have to continue on this way. Praise God that because of His forgiveness and His grace, He's able to redeem you from death and into life. Are you ready to walk in that redemption? Come clean with those areas where destruction has entered and invite Jesus to come and restore, rebuild, and reject the works of Satan. God bless you.